Good evening, viewers. It's time for Subscriber Monday. This week we have 2 replays sent in by BlackWorm02. In this one, he is in his IS-4, platooned with Stefan 1968 in the 50B. And if you look at his team, you'll notice at the bottom there's something there that should not be there. And yes, that is a troll platoon, which is a horrible thing. Now, something to point out here. It is a troll platoon, yes. But the good thing that happens here is no one kills them. Because even though they're a troll platoon, they can still take a hit. They're going to absorb a shell at some point or another. Whereas if you kill them, they can't. Okay? It's better to just let the enemy kill them and get it done with that way. So, moving right along the H line, getting into a side scraping position here. Now, there is no artillery in this game, which is a good thing. Generally, games where you don't have artillery are great fun. So we shall see how this game progresses. There's one of the T-110E5s. Now, it is in a platoon, so you can pretty much guess the other one's going to be there as well. Try shooting the side, hits the rock, sadly. So that's unfortunate. There's the other one. Backs up in time to not take the shot from that one. Going out, side scraping in reverse. Takes a hit, but it doesn't penetrate, which is a good thing. Aiming at track, it backs up in time. Now if you look at the minimap, you'll notice there's a little bit of a problem. Everybody's pushing on the G line, leaving 2 tanks to defend the 1 line, which is now going to get overrun by medium tanks, which is a bad thing. However, back to where BlackWorm is. He's actually in a pretty good spot. There's no artillery that can nuke him, which is a good thing. And he's in, for the most part, a hull down position when dealing with that not IS-4, T-110E5. He just has to worry about that VK if it decides to come up or not. So they're losing currently. Goes forward, puts a shot into the track, or rather the drive wheel, or the E5, doing damage and tracking it. So now the VK has decided he wants to join the fight. Takes a hit from the E5 there. The shot underbelly of the VK. Now the VK did get buffed, so the underbelly is pretty tough. Just a shot right there. However, if you're angling your underbelly like that, it's pretty much a flat angle, and it's pretty guaranteed it's probably gonna die. So he's not really helping himself any. It would have been better if he had gone where the E5s were and tried going head on instead of trying to climb up a hill. Because one, he doesn't have gun depression, he's in a German tank, and he's just showing a flat angle to an IS-4, which is a bad idea. So, BlackWorm has so far done almost 2,000 damage. Can he get more? He's shot into the E5's cupola. Takes a hit in return. That is actually kind of surprising. He apparently pinned your turret, which is kind of surprising in my opinion. Puts a shot into the back of the E5. Now he still has to be kind of careful with that VK. However, if you look at the minimap, the base is gone, and that's not really a position you want to be in when you're playing a 50p. Caught in the back, behind, far away from teammates by 2 enemy medium tanks. And I'm guessing he's reloading as well, so he's probably dead. Yeah, okay. So now, BlackWorm has to go back to the base, takes a speculative shot there, doesn't hit him. So, this could be problematic. Rushes that shot a bit. Probably should have aimed it a bit better, but you know, he's the farthest forward tank against 3 enemies. 2 enemies. Can he kill the E-15? Yeah, he can. So now just to deal with the IS-3. And he's almost out of AP rounds, so you have to keep that in mind. And there's 2 IS-3s, however they're tier 8 tanks, and he's hull down, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem for him. Except that. Although it doesn't have the top gun, so that's actually a good thing. You can tell by the muzzle brake, in case you don't already know, for anyone that was wondering. Plus that's the stock turret, so that kind of gives it away as well. So he's decided to deal with the tier 9 tank instead of the 2 tier 8s, which is probably a good idea. Now, he's looking over his shoulder to make sure the IS-3s don't come over. And he's about to make a bit of a mistake. Yeah, so he turned his turret and got caught out by the M103, which put a shot into the side of his turret. Puts a shot into the drive wheel of the M103. Sadly does not do damage though. So he tracked him, but he didn't damage him, which is kind of a good thing anyways. That one does damage. However, he has now repaired his track. And BlackWorm is down to heat round, so he kind of has to be careful around the tracks, or his shell might be absorbed, which would be a bad thing. Yeah, he doesn't really have to worry about that shot though. Side of the turret of the M103 is pretty weak and pretty big target, so that was convenient. So he's at 5,763 damage. Can he get any more? Can he? And it looked like he was trying to take a shot at the Panther through the logs, which it isn't. If he was trying to do that, isn't the best idea. Cause I'm not sure if he's realized he's firing heat rounds yet or not. But heat rounds don't go through objects like AP or APCR, so aiming at the side of the T-34, there's a shot into the T-34, lights him on fire, gets the kill, 3 kills, 6,535 damage, and they still have 2 tanks left. He only really has to worry about the RHM though. IS-3 probably can't damage him. And it's dead anyways, so that's taken care of. Now, the question is that RHM still sitting there? Yes it is, and it's full health, which is also a good thing. Now, he's loaded HE, and that means pretty much an RHM is a HP pinata, which is, you know, just great. You know, who doesn't love an HP pinata? There's the TOG, you have the RHM, the waffles, you know, they're just asking for their damage, their HP to be taken. I mean, come on. Bounces that shot, kills the RHM, 7,231 damage. So, not bad. On to the after battle result, and then we'll get to the next game. Alright, so that was Ace Tanker, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Arsonist, Shellproof, Hand of God, Duelist, Bruiser, Seal Wall, High Caliber. Let's see. Top damage, 7,231. Top experience as well, 1,250. His platoon mate came in 3rd, so not bad. Fired 23 shots, 19 hit the target, 18 penetrated. He took 12 hits, 8 penetrated, 4 bounced, or just got absorbed, one of the two. Blocked 2,890 damage. Spotted 4 enemies, damaged 9, destroyed 4. Got 1,783 assistance, made a profit of 57,176, and 5,625 experience on a ×3. So, pretty good. Now, moving along to the next game. Alright, so it's Himmelsdorf. Pretty good map for a heavy tank. let's see how it goes. Now, he kind of has some bad luck here with the matchmaker. As you can see, the enemy team has better tier 10s than they do, so that could be a problem. Yeah, that could in fact be a problem. Now, that doesn't mean, you know, they're going to lose the game necessarily. It just means they're going to have to try harder. So, let's see how this goes. Now, all the tier 8s have gone to the left flank. Everybody else appears to be going to the hill. And BlackWorm has now found the enemy tier 10s, which is not a good thing, and yeah, he's found all of them. He's trying to shoot the little, like, hatch on top of IS-4 there. It's not really working. He probably would be better off shooting the cupola on the BlackWorm02, to be honest, since it's a bit more of an easy target. So this is not an ideal situation to be in for the most part. So, as you can see, his gun isn't terribly accurate, so the shots that he is aiming for the little hatch on top are mostly going towards, like, the gun mantlet in front of the turret. So aiming for the underbelly, hits the upper plate, which is unfortunate, and I think they've now realized that he's pretty much alone, since they're all rushing forward. The tier 8s are actually pushing forward pretty well, which is surprising. The hill is winning as well, so he pretty much just has to hold out. Now this is where things get kind of odd. So it's just him, a Jagdpanzer, and a VK, which most likely is AFK. He's put 2 shots into the side of the IS-4, and they're all charging for that Jagdpanzer. They're about to kill him. They've now killed him. Alright. So, instead of going for the IS-4, and he had to repair his driver, aiming for the little on top there. Instead of going for the IS-4, which is alive and is putting damage into you, they've decided to kind of go for the AFK VK4502. And they kill him. They kill him. Except now, for some reason, he's gonna... No. Alright. For some reason, they decide to just kind of stop. They don't cap, and they don't seem to come back initially. They just kind of sit there. And keep in mind that, you know, his team has won the hill. 2 of them are on cap, okay. So, they've kind of split up, which is unusual. Push on to the IS-4. E75, no longer spotted, so he's probably the second one on cap. Puts another shot into the underbelly of the IS-4. Bounces his return shot. And they've killed the E50 that came back to help. Put another shot into the underbelly. So the Jagdpanzer E100 went back to their base. T-30 is still kind of just sitting in the middle. IS-4 looked like it was going to go up behind BlackWorm. It did not, for some reason. E5 came back to deal with BlackWorm and ignoring all the 3 tanks that were going after him for some reason. So he's aiming for the cupola, going hull down, bouncing the heat rounds. Can he kill the E5? IS-4 is kind of backing up towards him, so he might get a shot back. Takes another heat round there. Puts another well-aimed shot into the cupola. It's at point-blank range, so it's easier than doing it from long range, which is a good thing. Can you put another one? There you go. Another one into the cupola. And, yep. So, they just kind of... They seemed coordinated until they got to the point where they had to decide between 1 and 2 tanks. IS-8 is still just kind of waiting there. Puts a shot into him, kills his driver, and that's unfortunate because now he doesn't have a medkit. So he can't get that last shot into IS-8 or get to the E100. So pretty much his game's over. did nearly 5k damage. Enemy team, not really sure what they were thinking. They were all together, decided to push forward. Then they got to the point where they could choose between one of two tanks to cut off and kill. Did that, then they decided instead of going back for the cap, or defend their cap, they would kind of cap, and then the rest would split off and try killing BlackWorm, which they failed in doing either of those. So, not really sure what that was. On to the after battle result. Alright, so that was a second class mastery badge, shell proof, fire for effect, hand of God, steel wall. Came in first, 4,584 damage, 900 second for experience. The tier 9 beat him, just barely. Let's see, 18 shots fired, 17 hit the target, 12 penetrated. Most of those non-penetrations were from the IS-4 shots, where they hit around the gun mantlet, so that's to be expected. He took 20 hits, 9 penetrated, 11 did not. Blocked 6,910 damage. Spotted 7 enemies, damaged 4, destroyed 1. Got 26,046 credits and 5,932 experience on a ×3 and a mission of some sort. So, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Feel free to like, subscribe, and leave a comment, and thank you for watching.